radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Yeah, man, Thursday. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah. How you doing? That's right. It's Thursday. It's FADERNIGHT, January 3rd, 2019. As always, we are live from a bunker in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States, hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the Planets. I am your host, Jimmy Church. That's right, it's Thursday. It's FADERNIGHT. Are you ready? I know you are. Nothing but conversation all night long. It's my favorite night of the week, and this is our first FADERNIGHT of 2019. Now, Teresa lost her voice this morning. That's right, I'm throwing her under the bus. Her mind is there, her spirit is there. She just can't verbalize it. So we'll see Teresa next week. I feel so bad for her. She was like, just play a repeat. I don't want to miss the show tonight. Nah, this is a live show. So she's probably listening right now and laughing like this. But, there you go. So no Teresa tonight. So at the bottom of the hour, we are going straight to phone calls. Kind of old school. We haven't done that in a couple of years. Well, we did it when John Rappaport fell ill. But yeah, as far as going back to the old days, that's the way we did it. We went straight to open lines at the bottom of the hour. And it's really kind of cool that we get to do that tonight with all of you. That means more phone calls, more of you get to call in, more conversation, and it is our first FADERNIGHT of the year. So there you go. All right, very excited about that. All right, Teresa, get better, get your voice back, and we will see you. Oh, yeah, I left the date countdown off. You're good. It's 3 days into the new year, just 362 days left. Thank you for that, K28. See, I got all excited. It's Thursday night. It's FADERNIGHT. My favorite night of the week. It really is. And with everything that went down with Christmas and New Year's and the timing of those holidays, which meant that we only had like a FADERNIGHT, and then now tonight, and last night we, of course, Laura Eisenhower. But we haven't done many shows in the last couple of weeks because of the holidays and the timing of things. It's different when the holidays are on the weekends, right? But not this year. So what does that mean next year? Do the holidays, I always get this confused. So are the holidays moving back a day, right? into the weekends, or do they move forward? I mean, how does that work? What's Christmas 2019? What day of and when is New Year's? Right? New Year's Eve this year was on a Monday. So next year, is it on Sunday or is it on Tuesday? Yeah, that's the question. That's my Agent Smith. Tuesday. You help the neighbor take out the garbage. Mr. Anderson. Yeah. What day of the week is it? Christmas next year and New Year's. I defer that to Twitter, and we'll get all of that up. Now, also, Inquire Within sent me today a demo reel of his new album. That's right. I got the sneak preview today. I rocked that thing a few times. Also, and thank you for that, Inquire. You need to, I don't know if you can or if you will, but Tuesday, Jimmy, I'm not even going to look at my calendar. Is that right? What is Tuesday? Christmas is on Tuesday or New Year's Eve is on Tuesday? Because just saying Tuesday next year, Jimmy, I'm not going to look at my calendar. Okay. See, Frankie Four Fingers just said it's Wednesday. Okay. Now, who is wrong here? So now he is saying 25th Wednesday, 2019. That's Christmas Eve. So it looks like next year we're going to get 2 days off for the show again. And plus the weekend. That's going to be great. So we will have Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have a 5-day weekend if I'm not on coast to coast. Yeah, that'll be cool. Okay, so what about New Year's? New Year's is also Wednesday. Oh, man. I can't wait for next year. That's going to be great. Days move forward each year, 1 and 2 days for leap year. Christmas is Wednesday, 2019. Thank you for that. So, Mike Schwartz, you're fired. Fired. You should have looked at your calendar. Oh, man. Mike, I feel bad because you were public with that. You know what? I'm going to retweet this just because that's a flagrant foul right there. There it is. Mike, you just got retweeted. Oh, man, I just love Thursdays. I love Thursdays and hanging out with all of you. It just puts me in a good mood. Plus, coming off of a great holiday run that we did with friends and family for both Christmas and New Year's, and some time off, had a chance to rest and hang out. It just makes this Thursday all the more special. But Mike Schwartz, you're now famous. I'm just going to let you know. Mike, you are officially famous. Hated to do that to you, brah. But if you're going to say something like that, everybody retweet my Schwartz tweet. And man, Schwartz, man, that's too easy. That's too easy. I'm not even going to go there. All right, you know what to do. I'm a big social media guy on Stellar, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Follow, like, and subscribe. Everything is over at jimmychurchradio.com. You can also email throughout the show, jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. You can follow me on Twitter at jchurchradio. Join in on the conversation over in the sandbox. Hashtag F2B is where it all goes down. We will do 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4,000 tweets tonight during the show. And if you've never seen that kind of Twitter action go down live, you've got to come and check it out. Hashtag F2B. It's insanity. We also have 2 chat rooms. We have one over in Spreaker and, of course, one over at KGRA, The Planet. All right, Janine just checked in. Happy first Fader night of 2019, everyone. That is really cool. That will always get right on the air. Thank you for that, Janine. All right, let's go. Let's get this show rocking. I am ready. And now, I'm going to cover here in a little bit this headline that was released on RT, and it was done on New Year's Eve. And now, oh, by the way, phone lines are going off. I didn't even announce open phone lines, but I'm closing them out. So if you're calling in, I've now shut the phone lines off. Okay, so that'll be at the bottom of the hour. Okay, I'll do it all at the same time. Over on RT about Rendlesham. And then, so I'm gonna get to that in just a second. And but also today we've got it was January 3rd. The new Congress got sworn in, and we had all the blah 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 blah. Right? I don't do politics on this show, but I got to thinking. I went, wait a minute. I just read a report. Now check this out. I want you guys to understand what I'm about to say here, and I don't do politics on this show. But there was a story that came out 7 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago. I had to go back and check it to see if I got it right. Okay? Now, President Trump, leader of this country, they've shut down the government for over border wall funding. Call it a fence, call it a border, whatever. And, this $5 billion, now it's up to $5.6 billion and so forth. Okay, that's not the point. But I started to think, that seems like a lot of money for a fence. It just seems like a lot of money. And I started calculating, this was a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. I don't care what kind of fence or wall it is, that want 50 billion, 100 billion, whatever. It's like a crazy amount of money, right? I don't care. I'm not, we all know my political stance and how I was raised. Okay. So I'm not going to go there, but it just seemed expensive to me. And then last week, this story comes out about Russia. Russia just built a wall in between Crimea, on the border there, where they annexed Crimea. So they built a border wall between them and the Ukraine. Okay? It is 60 kilometers long. You know how much it cost Russia for a 60-kilometer fence, electric, barbed wire, the whole thing? It's nice, too, man. If you're going to build a fence to keep somebody out, Putin's not going to play, right? So he built this wall. He built it for like $1.8 million, right? 60 kilometers, and it's glorious, right? It's an amazing, I thought, wait a minute. So I did the math. And we here in the United States should have Russia build our wall for us. They could come in and build the Putin security fence from the Pacific Ocean all the way to the Gulf of Mexico for like $150 million. It's like what? And I'm not kidding. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Frankie. Look at this. Look at that fence. Look at this fence. Look at that, right? Ain't anybody getting through that. And they built this thing for nothing. We could turn around. We could cover 1,500 miles for like $120 million. Is that nuts? Is that nuts? Thank you for posting that, Frankie. And that's just crazy to me. It's like crazy talk. $5 billion. Man, stop that. Just stop it. Have Russia come and build it. And give them, you know what? Double it. Double it as a bonus. And they could probably build it in about a week and a half. I'm not kidding. Anyway, there you go. There you go. We want border security. There you go. Okay. All right. I guess. Have Putin do it. Have Putin do it. And it's just done. And with the budgets that we have here, we just increased another $2 trillion in debt over the last year. Right. And again, I don't do politics on this show, but I'll do conspiracy all day long. $5 billion for a fence. That's a conspiracy. Man, just have Russia build it. Okay, where am I at? So anyway, back to RT. And that's, right? Pay them in chilled vodka. They'd build it in like 10 days. Frankie, you're funny. You're funny. All right, so over on RT was this article that I'm going to read to you in its entirety tonight about Rendlesham. That's right. And that's how I got all wrapped up in this wall thing, too, as well, RT, and Moscow Times and the cost of this Crimea wall, just to let you know. I was doing research about UFOs, and I got all wound up in that. So I'm going to get to that in just a second. But right now, I've got to say happy birthday to rock god John Paul Jones. John Paul Jones today is 73 years old. Now, is John Paul Jones, Led Zeppelin, right? Is he a bass player? Or is he a keyboard player? Or is he a songwriter? Can you be all three? Like, right? Circle, square, oval, that kind of thing. He did co-write Stairway to Heaven. So that makes him a pretty badass songwriter, doesn't it? But he also played bass and keyboards on that. So I don't know. I don't know where to go with John Paul Jones. But he is a rock god, and today he is 73. Today, our dead guy's birthday, J.R.R. Tolkien. 1892, rocked it all the way to 1973, died at the age of 81. And I love those kind of numbers. 1892 to 1973, which means he saw everything. He saw everything. He went from horse and buggies, right? Horse and buggies, gas lamps, no phones, no stereo. He went from that all the way to Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin in one lifetime. He lived it well. He wrote The Hobbit. He wrote the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He changed my life as well as the generation around me, all of us. He was ranked by the Times of London as one of the 50 greatest English authors since 1945 and is widely considered to be the father of modern fantasy. Happy birthday, J.R.R. Tolkien. On this day in history, it went down in 1924, one of the biggest days in history. 2 years after archaeologist Howard Carter and his workmen discovered the tomb of King Tut, they uncover, and it took 2 years, two years, they uncover the greatest treasure of all. That's right. Inside that tomb, they found a stone sarcophagus containing the solid gold coffin with the mummy of Tutankhamun. Took 2 years. That's how much that tomb was stuffed with stuff. Think about that. Inquire Within. He also inspired every black metal name ever. Inquire Within. I know, right? Oh, that is funny. Tolkien was a ringleader. Yes, he was. Changed my life. Me and my friends, we would sit around. I got stuff to get to here, but listen, me and my friends, 14, 15, 16 years old, we would just sit around, drink beer, smoke weed, and have our copies of The Lord of the Rings. Some of us would have the whole set. We'd have one book, where we're at, because we would finish the set and start it over, and we would just talk about The Lord of the Rings for hours. Just hours. It was just, man, absolutely changed my life. J.R.R. Tolkien. Game of Thrones is getting ready to kick off as well. Now, okay, Fader fact. In the state of Washington, courtesy of Renee, in the state of Washington, it is against the law to shoot a Bigfoot. Yeah, here's your Fader fact. Fully vetted, by the way. Tonight, our first Fader night of the year. Open lines all night long, and we're going to do that in 10 short minutes at the bottom of the hour. Conversations all night. And I got the feeling after you hear this, I know what we're going to be talking about. But talk about whatever you want. Are you ready? Oh, River Moon Coffee. River Moon Coffee. RiverMoonCoffee.com. Fade to Black blend. Oh, amazing. This was published by RT on this past New Year's Eve. This was the headline, and I'm quoting, was UK's most notorious UFO sighting a revenge prank played on U.S. airmen by SAS commandos? Question mark. Close quote. Now, I was in Las Vegas, and I just happened. I was like, what? So I read the article, and there was no way I was going to let it go. So I'm going to read this. Full credit goes to RT, right? So there you go. There's the disclosure. But this is how it reads. Reported in detail by ranking military personnel, the 1980 UFO sightings in Suffolk's Rendlesham forest spawned their own cottage industry of speculation. But now, a leading ufologist says it was all just a vengeful prank. 38 years ago, on 3 nights between December 26th and 28th, different sets of U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at the RAF Woodbridge base, which reportedly housed nuclear warheads, witnessed bright orange, red, blue, and white lights in the sky. Sent out to further investigate, one serviceman on patrol reported, and I'm quoting, smooth, opaque, black glass craft on the forest floor, covered in comprehensible hieroglyphs, while on another night, a different team encountered an object the size of a basketball turned into a spaceship and had a silent standoff with what appeared to be a humanoid alien. The team, some of whom have since been diagnosed with PTSD, said that indentations in the ground, damage to the forest, and abnormal radiation readings proved that these were not mass hallucinations. But now, Dr. David Clark, a researcher at Sheffield Hallam University, who once managed Britain's National UFO Sightings Archive, says that he has found a less far-fetched explanation. Courtesy of a Special Air Service insider named Frank, who personally contacted the academic who has spent the last 3 years trying to get to the bottom of the mystery, which has been labeled Britain's Roswell. According to the source, the root of the incident goes back to August 1980, when British SAS commandos made a practice landing inside the United States Air Force base in a live exercise intended to challenge their American allies, a rare but known practice during the Cold War. But instead of receiving a friendly telling off, the team was allegedly hauled off into cells, mauled, and interrogated at length by U.S. officers who referred to them as unidentified aliens. After their release, now I'm quoting here Clark directly, after their release, the troopers made no complaint at their rough treatment, but were determined to get their own back on the USAF for the beating that they had received, close quote. Clark continues with this. In particular, their repeated characterization as aliens sowed the seeds of a plan. They said they called us aliens? Right. We'll show them what aliens really look like, close quote. So, come Christmas, the British supposedly created several contraptions using the materials at hand, such as remote-controlled kites, helium balloons, and colored flares, and they launched them into the sky. If anything, the prank purportedly worked too well when the U.S. side sent an official report to the United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense. I'm quoting Clark again. Someone in London recalled the events of the previous August, and questions were asked. A few red faces, but also came satisfaction and amusement. Close quote. The United States Air Force was reassured at a very senior level, and no UK investigation was undertaken for obvious reasons, close quote. Now, according to Clark, who says that he followed up the claims with several officials from the era, this is the reason for what some say appears to have been a continuously blasé reaction from UK authorities to the incident. Now, the article ends with this. While Frank's yarn is interesting in itself, for determined conspirologists, including several men present on the nights of the sightings, who have claimed that the case has deliberately hushed up by the military, this will likely be treated as a new red herring, put out by the government to throw them off the scent. And that was published December 31st, 2018 by RT.com. What do you make of that? I have interviewed, I have talked privately and publicly with just about everybody involved with Rendlesham. Okay? And that includes, of course, John Burroughs, Jim Peniston, Colonel Halt, Charles Halt, Larry Warren. I'm trying to think, have I ever talked to Adrian Bustinza? Maybe via email. So I've done just about all the angles on this. Out of everybody that I have talked to, the situation for me with John Burroughs is the most significant, because I think John is not only straight with his recollection and his memory, but his delivery and how he describes it. I've done probably, probably 3-4 shows with John, and I was talking with somebody, about a year ago. They wanted my comments on Rendlesham, and I deferred them. I said, look, to me, the last show that I did with John Burroughs, that's where it's at. That is the last word on Rendlesham. And if you've got any questions, you want to know where I stand on it, I stand by John Burroughs in the last show that I did. And I have repeated that statement probably a dozen times to different people that have inquired, all the way up to last week. You know, that last show with Burroughs, something happened. Something went down, and I don't know if it was time travelers from the future. I don't know if it was ET, if it was aliens. I don't know if it was experimental government aircraft. I don't know if it's Russian. I don't know. But the last thing that it was a prank, because John Burroughs would have known that. Now, I don't know Jim Peniston as well. I don't know Larry Warren as well. I don't know Charles Halt as well, but I know John. And I believe that John's account that he gave on the last interview that we did on Fade to Black, I think that's the end all. That's it. That for me, that's case closed with Rendlesham. And if you have any questions, just go and listen to that show, and you'll get everything that you need from that broadcast. And that's where I'm at. So what is this? What is this article? Who is this Clark guy, right? Who is this Frank guy? And this prank and everything else? Is this something else out there? I don't know. And you know what? By calling this a red herring, another way to throw us off the scent, and of course, that's the easy way to go, right? That's the easy way. I don't want to go down that conspiracy road. I don't want to go there. I'm just going by the last show that I did with John Burroughs. And that's it. I'm going to open up the phone lines. This is Fade to Black. It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. Open lines all night long. And those lines are now open. Are you ready? Are you ready? 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695 or 818-921-6929. This is Fade to Black. It's Fader Night. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's open lines all night long. Let's do this. Man, I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi folks, it's a holiday season with hope in the air. Things to look forward to and no time for despair. Health can be a challenge, and so can the mail. So Get the Tea wants to help you by giving you a sale. Buy 2 months of Super Tea and get 1 month for free. No limit. That's buy 2 months of Super Tea and get 1 month free. That's a savings of $35. Where? GetTheTea.com. That's GetTheTea.com. Scroll down on the front page and find the buy 2 get 1 free ad, click it, and save. Orders over $100 get free shipping. Send the gift of life. Change tea at GetTheTea.com. We have many non-GMO organic supplements just waiting for you. This holiday season, enjoy health and Thanksgiving with GetTheTea.com. Want to call us? 928-308-0408. That's 928-308-0408. GetTheTea.com is a proud sponsor of Doing What's Right. That's GetTheTea.com.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the planet.
Do you want to lose weight but have no idea where to begin? The Fast Start Diet, a 3-day weight loss plan, is the answer. 3 days of nutritionally balanced, calorie-restricted meals delivered right to your door. No shopping, no measuring, and no cooking. Everything is prepared for you and ready to eat at home or on the go. The Fast Start Diet has all the amazing benefits of intermittent fasting without starving. We've helped thousands of people who have struggled to reach their weight loss goals. Isn't it time we helped you? With the Fast Start Diet, you'll lose weight and feel great.
Find Fast Start Diet on Amazon or go to faststartdiet.com and use promo code TALK to get 10% off your first box. And as a special bonus, Fast Start will include their #1 rated Lipo3 appetite suppressant spray free with your order. This is Jimmy Church. And whatever your diet plans are, do what I did. Go to faststartdiet.com.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader Night. That's it. Open lines all night long. If you're on hold, stay right there. 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695 or 818-921-6929. Those are the numbers. Full night of conversation dead ahead. And you know what? Let's just get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. Let's go to Connecticut. Connecticut, you're up first on our first Fader Night. Who's calling? You're live.
Hi, is this me?
Yes, you.
Hey, what's going on, Jimmy?
Who's this?
This is Ryan.
Hey,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Ryan. What's on your mind tonight, man?
Well, I just want to give you a couple experiences in my life. I was a employee at Newtown while that all happened.
Really?
And I also was, was in the Boston bombing. I was also at both.
Wow, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, pretty crazy, man. So I did not work at the elementary school. I was an employee in the high school. I will not tell anymore, obviously. I don't want to ruin everything. Also, I was about 2 miles away from when the bombing happened.
Wow. What are the odds of being at both locations?
It was, yeah. What are the chances, right?
Yeah, totally. So what's your take then?
Well, I mean, I do love following Wolfgang Halbert, obviously, and he does speak the truth, and I do question a couple of things of what he says, but, I mean, it is what it is. I never worked there, so I don't know.
Wow. And, so what's on your mind with that, though, other than, of course, the craziness of being at both locations?
The biggest thing was more towards Boston bombing. There was a lot more things that busted out, that way. I'm getting a crazy echo.
Oh, you are? It's not for me.
Yeah.
You sound great.
No, it is. It's like a crazy echo.
Okay, but you sound fine. I'm, going out over the air.
On your end?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'll restart. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I'm getting a crazy echo. It sounds like I'm talking over and over and over myself.
Yeah, well, you're not. So just ignore it. But like I said, you brought it up that you were at both locations, and what was so crazy about the Boston? What was so crazy about the Boston bombing?
Well, the weird part is I was there with a group with my girlfriend and a couple of their friends. We were about, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half away. And all of a sudden, this cop came up to us. He goes, "Hey, you guys got to leave." We're like, "What do you mean we got to leave?" He goes, "You guys got to go." And then he started telling everyone else they got to go. And I think that happened before it all happened.
Right.
Like the whole bombing situation. But, I mean, I didn't hear anything that was, that like turned my head the other way.
Right. So what you're suggesting is, I mean, at that point, you didn't hear about the bombing happening, right? Of course, there would have been talk of that possibly...
No sirens, nothing.
Right. So that the police knew in advance the bombing was...
That was my whole concept of it. But I was a big InfoWars guy at the point, and I actually called them the day after. And I didn't understand like what was going on, because I was like just waking up to the whole scenario of like how things worked, and it was crazy. It was you walked outside and there was no one outside. They shut it all down like a police state.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. No one was allowed to go outside after the fact. But I know that you know that, Jimmy.
Yeah, and but to have somebody that was there and can speak about this firsthand, that's very, very interesting. That's very interesting. And I mean,
Jimmy, I love you.
Well,
I love listening to you guys. I can't believe first time caller, I made it.
Yeah, you got in, man. You got in first out of the gate. Well, hey, Ryan, enjoy your 2019, and thank you for that. And keep listening, and we'll see what others comment on the show tonight about this. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, buddy. I love you.
Love you back, Ryan. Have a great New Year.
All right, bud. Great New Year to you.
Great call right there. That's the way to start this show off. Let's go to, thank you, Ryan. Let's go to New York. You're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Jimmy, this is Chakra Khan, the Peacemaker.
Hey, Chakra Khan, how are you?
I'm good. Actually, before I took that pseudonym, I was Sandra, and I can't believe that crazy answer about Tesla we got from the Ouija lady. Wasn't that so crazy?
Yeah, that was a that was fun.
That was a wild night.
Yeah, I do.
I hope she's on again soon.
Yeah.
But,
Karen Dahlman. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The reason I'm calling, though, is one of my first communications with you was on Onstellar.
Uh-huh.
And I had asked back then, and I'm hoping maybe in 2019 we might be able to get a download of the ringtone of Fade to Black, the theme. Remember?
I
it was
do.
A while ago.
I do remember that. And, yeah, I'll have to check with Space Boy on that. I don't think he'll have any issues. I've got to figure out how to do it.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I've got Coast to Coast, and I love Coast to Coast.
Right.
It's getting kind of old.
Right.
I want to freshen it up. I think a lot of people would like it. So.
You know what's funny?
But anyways,
you know what's funny about the Coast to Coast music? Even for me, because I work there and stuff, but I've listened to the show forever, just like everybody else. And even for me, every time I hear it when I'm hosting Coast, I'll be over at Coast this weekend, and even when I hear it, my adrenaline gets pumped. Right? It's so funny. And you put yourself in my shoes for a second, right? I'm the dude. I'm hosting Coast. And that music comes on, and then it plays through, and I got my headphones. I'm stepping up to the microphone, and it's going, dun, 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 dun. And I get to go, welcome.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it doesn't get any cooler. It'll never get old. It will never.
That's right.
It'll never get old. All right, I'll check into that, and I'll see how easy it is to get a download for that for everybody. And I don't know what the technology.
Everybody would love it.
Yeah, I don't know what the technology is for a ringtone. What is it? What is the file and how do you get it done? But I'll look into it. Okay, is that a deal?
Sweet, we appreciate it. That's a great deal, and I want to thank you and Rita for everything you guys do. You guys rock.
Thank you, Chakra, and you do have the coolest Twitter handle in the history of Twitter.
You know where that's from?
Yeah, Chaka Khan. It better be.
I got that from a parody song of Bohemian Rhapsody that I posted a while back.
Did you really? Well, it
was about social media.
Oh, it's too cool, though. It's too cool. Chakra,
I'll have to find it and repost it.
Enjoy your weekend.
All right, you guys have a good one. Take care.
I'll talk to you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And so what do you guys think about that? A Fade to Black ringtone? A Fade to Black ringtone. Go back, Lee Tappy. Should we do that? That's actually pretty interesting. All right, let's go to Naptown, Indianapolis. You're up next. You're live. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. You're live. 3, 2, 1, gone. All right, let's go to New York City. New York City, you're up next. New York, are you there? Okay. All right, let's try it again. New York City, are you there? No. New York? Okay, it's going to be this kind of night. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, this is Sean. How's it going?
Hey, Sean, what's up with you, man?
Not much, man. I got reptilians on the brain.
You got reptilians on the brain? Is that?
Yes, sir.
What kind? Of the Hillary kind? What kind of?
The kind that got facilities on the backside of our moon kind.
Yeah, I know, right? What do you think about that?
Well, the whole blue avian things kind of threw me off for the last year, with all the controversy in the community. But after listening closer to William Tompkins' interview with Carrie Cassidy, like, I'm just reading his body language, and it's really coming off like he believes what he's saying. And, if anybody knows, it's Ben Rich and that guy. So
yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Sean, you bring up a really good point. When it comes to Bill Tompkins, and when you read his stuff, okay, and you hear other people quoting it, not Bill, right? Not William, but it's too much, right? It's just like too much, and it's not believable. Right? It's not.
No, it's like the whole Star Wars.
It's crazy. Right. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. Then you see William speak, and that changes things. That is a whole nother situation right there. That is a mind-blowing thing. So I'm with you on that.
The whole Hollywood connection with all the science fiction movies they've been inundating us with since the 50s, it's like, hello, they're showing us what's really going on, and they're feeding us some drip, maybe disinformation, but also real truth.
I do agree with that. And I
recall David Wilcock talking about the space carriers that they were showing in the new Marvel movies.
Right. Well, okay, I'll blow your mind. Way before the Blue Avions, way before Bill Tompkins, way before any of this was talked about, I got contacted by somebody who lives here in Los Angeles. Now, the story goes like this, and this is what's mind-blowing. I can't reveal who this is, and the reason why is because he has asked me many, many times that I can talk about it, but not to reveal, because he is married to a celebrity, a real celebrity that I've known for a long time, and just that he has listened to Coast to Coast and then and found Fade to Black because he's just been researching because of his incident, his experience, and this is what happened to him. This is a professional. This is a down guy, very cool. And he told me this story both on the phone and in person. He's in downtown Los Angeles, and he looks up, and he sees something like static TV, something behind the clouds up in the sky in the middle of the day in Los Angeles. And he looks, and he's like, what is that? And then the static turned into an object, and it revealed itself. And he said it was obviously hiding. It was cloaked right up in the sky. And this is what it was. He said it was a miles-long aircraft carrier. That's what it looked like. Flat, rectangular. He said it was hundreds and hundreds of feet tall and literally miles long. And he could see lights. He could see the whole thing. It was crystal clear. It was perfect, and it was moving. And it just cruised across Los Angeles towards the Pacific Ocean, and then fluttered again like it when it appeared, and then disappeared. And it changed his life. And he was with somebody that absolutely lost his mind. Won't talk about it, won't bring it up, just quit his job. And I said to him, well, why don't you just, we don't have to reveal your identity. Why don't you just come on the air? No. But I saw what I saw, and you go back to the fantastical claims of Bill Tompkins and these giant ships that were built, and the Space Fleet, Solar Warden, and
he literally said that the company that built the aircraft carriers for the military was bought out, and they started working on building space carriers.
Yeah, and submarines, and using the submarine technology. And so, and like I said, this was way, way, way before all of that. And this is just an individual. This is a professional here in Los Angeles. And it just, and because of his...
Changes your paradigm.
Well, I mean, it changed his, and for me, I just, because his telling of the experience is so vivid, and he's so passionate about it, and this is a guy that's a professional, he's got a great career, he's got a great life, he's got everything, but he's got this thing that happened to him, and he can't explain it,
any experience like that would change someone's life.
Yeah.
And, as a human species on this planet, if this planet really isn't ours, where are we headed as a species if there are good guys and bad guys of different alien races?
Well, and that's exactly right. And so with Bill Tompkins, the thing about Bill, that he's got documentation, he's got, a lot of paperwork and stuff to back him, back up his reputation, but he specifically named the location of the meeting room, right at the top of the tower, who was there, who was in attendance, how the notes were taken, how it was done. And he says it in such a way that is how you would recount a meeting like that. That's exactly how you would do it. It's like if I asked you, Sean, specifically about you sitting down with your employers to have a meeting about a promotion or a raise or a review. Who was in the room? What did you guys talk about? What was on the desk? What was on the walls? You would be able to go, dude, the carpet was brown, the table was black, we were all drinking coffee.
Exactly.
And sitting across.
I could tell by his demeanor.
Right.
He was telling the truth.
Yeah.
He seems like, talking to your old grandpa. If he's telling you something truth, you could read his body language.
That's
that man believes what he's saying.
I'm in total agreement. And that's the thing about Bill. You read it, it's too far out. You see him, recount everything, and that guy is telling it just how it happened. And that's it.
It's amazing. It's an amazing story. And, just thinking about everything that he brought forth and how it ties into, the whole history up to where we are now with, if there is a secret space program, we are off planet already.
Yep. I couldn't agree with you more. And so, why would President Trump, I got to show him that respect, President Trump, bring up the Space Force now? What's the deal with that?
Obviously, they've already had the Space Force for many years, and now's the rollout for us.
That's it. That's exactly right. Hey, Sean, enjoy the rest of your 2019, my friend. Don't be a stranger.
Hey, it was great talking to you again, and FADERNIGHT rock.
And thank you so much, Sean. Behave and be well.
All right, you too.
That's a great phone call right there. I couldn't agree with him more. Man, Bill Tompkins, and you see him in his delivery and how he speaks versus how it's written, or when other people talk about it, it's two different things. Let's go to Deb in Sacramento. Deb, welcome. How are you? First show of...
oh, boy.
Yeah, first FADERNIGHT.
You got my number down.
Yeah, finally. Finally.
Hey, yeah. Happy New Year, Jimmy. First show out of the gate.
Yeah, how are you? Everything good?
Yeah, super good, super good. How was Lost Wages?
Oh, it was... It was a break-even situation. I came out a little ahead since you said it like that, Lost Wages. But so I goofed around at the casinos a little bit and came away from that unscathed, and then took all of that money and went shopping with Rita and brought home gifts for the family. That's what we did.
There you go. Well, you know what remember what I said you had to go do? Do you remember what I told you had to go do while you were there?
I can't remember, Deb. Refresh my memory.
I said ride the roller coaster in New York, New York, and you laughed. You said I'll be talking to you. So, did you do that?
No. I've walked past it so many times and through there. I remember and never did it. When New York was first built back in. I can't remember exactly when it was, what year this was, but I was in Las Vegas. I was out there with Rudy Sarzo, And that's what I was doing. I was recording Quiet Riot. So this is like 1997. We were playing at the Hard Rock Hotel. I'm recording the live show for an album. And Rudy goes, I want to go see New York, New York. It was just built. So we walked over and walked around and went in and checked out everything. And I said, so, dude, let's go ride the roller coaster. He's like, no. I go, come on, Rudy. Let's go ride the roller. No. And that was my one honest opportunity to do it. We were there, and we didn't. I've stayed at New York a few times, but I never rode the roller coaster. So there you go. Didn't do it.
Well, I'm afraid of heights, and so they had to force me on it. And I have to tell you, it's the best roller coaster I've ever been on. It was a blast.
I hear it's great. They used to have one at the top of the Stratosphere Towers. Do you remember that?
Oh, forget that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
There was no
I would never
way.
go up there.
Yeah, no way. So I think they took that thing down. Too many people had heart attacks. So, all right, Deb, I've got 1 minute left before the break. What's up?
Okay, on the Boston bombing thing that he was talking about, at the time, I had a roommate back when that happened, and he was all into marathons and stuff, and he had gone there with his friends, and his friends were running in the race. And he told me when he got home, he goes, did you see that all over the news? I go, yeah, what was that? And I hadn't heard from him or anything. He goes, we didn't see or hear anything. He goes, all we knew is people were shutting down the streets and everything, and we were told to vacate, and then we never heard bombs go off or anything. It was like it was a ghost town. It was crazy. He goes, I never saw a thing except on the news.
Wow.
So, there you go.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah, I know.
I hadn't thought about it in years until they just brought it up. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. He said that, too.
Well, it makes you wonder when it comes to things like this, Deb, it makes you wonder what is known in advance. And if something is known in advance, then and nothing is done about it, is that a conspiracy? Is that legal? Should somebody be held responsible? Like 9/11. Right, and it just makes you wonder. It makes me angry, but it just makes you wonder if they know this in advance. You know, it just makes you think. All right, Deb, first show of the year. There you go, and enjoy the rest of your 2019. We'll see you Saturday over at Coast.
Yeah, hey Chad, and are you doing them both on Saturday night? Chad and
Tyler.
Team?
Yeah, Tyler.
That's right.
Yep, Tyler from Secure Team and Chad Kalick. It's going to be a great night on Coast. There you go.
Okay, Jimmy. Feel better, Teresa, if you're listening.
Oh, she is. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, Deb. All right, this is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's open lines all night long. If you're on hold, stay right there. I'll be right back after this short break. It's Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. Stay with me.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Come join us for the 2019 Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles at the LAX Hilton. This year, we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Chariots of the Gods with Eric Von Daniken, and I'll be hosting the panel with Eric, Linda Moulton Howe, Jason Martell, Billy Carson, and David Wilcock. Join George Norrie, Nassim Haramein, Robert Schock, Daniel Brinkley, Grant Cameron, Julia Mossbridge, Teresa Yannaris, and another 50 speakers who will be presenting at the 2019 Conscious Life Expo. Just go to ConsciousLifeExpo.com for tickets and a full conference schedule, or click on the CLE banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Go back, Lee Tappy.
Folks, this is very important information. What's to be said about CBD? AncientLifeOil.com. Our CBD is made from hemp and has 0.003 THC, which means this wonderful product won't get you high, no matter what amount you take. What does CBD do for the body? My hands are tied. But you can Google CBD benefits and be astounded. When you're finished reading, you'll want to log on to ancientlifeoil.com. That's ancientlifeoil.com and purchase. Life is good when you feel good. People are tired of pain. People are asking for non-GMO organic products to help them with you fill in the blank. Legal in 49 states, and again, our CBD is made from hemp. Ancient Life Oil is about helping people one by one by one. If you wonder how good the product is, the CEO takes it every day without miss. AncientLifeOil.com. That's AncientLifeOil.com. Have a great day.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. Yes. We are of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. And you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
Reclaim your active lifestyle with Angioprim. Angioprim is the original liquid oral chelation supplement. Chelation helps remove toxins, heavy metals, and cholesterol in your veins and arteries that can cause blockages. Scientific research proves the active ingredient in Angioprim has superior oral chelation action that helps promote cardiovascular health. Find out more. Go to angioprim.com. Talk to a trained consultant by calling Angioprim toll-free 877-882-7221.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official FADERNIGHT by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hey, it's Grace. Can we talk about something serious for a minute? Your age. Getting old has its perks. But remember, being a few years younger, you know, your hair was thicker, you didn't have so many wrinkles, that extra weight wasn't haunting you, and you just felt better. Well, we can't turn back the clocks and go back 10 or 15 years, but you can start feeling and looking 10 or 15 years younger with Nature's Youth RSF. It's a doctor-formulated daily supplement that helps your body maintain its peak performance and fight the aging process. Imagine sleeping better, looking better, and feeling better. See how Nature's Youth RSF has helped thousands of people just like you at nature'syouth.com. nature'syouth.com. Imagine how it will feel when your family and friends are asking you what you did to look so good. Your secret will be Nature's Youth RSF. It's time to start looking better and feeling better. Learn more and order your Nature's Youth RSF at nature'syouth.com. That's nature'syouth.com. That's nature'syouth.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It is Thursday night. It is Fader Night. Open lines all night long. 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695 or 818-921-6929. And if you are on hold, stay right there. I will get to everybody, okay? That's what we do here on Thursday nights. And so let's go to Oregon. Oregon, you're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Oh, hey, are you talking to me?
Yes, I am. Are you in Oregon?
Oh, no, I'm actually in Florida, but I have an Oregon number.
Ah, the trickster. Okay, there you go.
Exactly.
What's your name?
I'm trying to hide from the deep state.
That's fine with me, man. Do you have a name, Deep State?
Well, yeah, sure, Eric.
Eric, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. I've got a really fun story for you about reptilians that everyone on Twitter is trying to get me to talk about.
Okay. And yeah, I love a good reptilian experience.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't even know where to begin, but it started on December 1st. And a reptilian showed up in my bedroom.
Really?
Not even kidding. But here's the problem. Everyone wants to see it in a human component on a physical level. If you want to only classify these things on a physical level, you're going to be disappointed and people are going to dismiss it. But if you go from a consciousness experience, you look at things from a multidimensional reality,
right?
Then you'll understand that these things are real and they'll show up in your bedroom if you want that. Most of these beings will come to you if you want that and you ask for it, which is what I did.
And
but, some of them are, yeah.
Eric, you said this was completely physical.
Well, see, that's the thing is how you define it as physical.
Right.
Yes, I feel it physical. It's like somebody is touching me physically.
Right.
But if I look with my eyes open, I do not see anything. If I close my eyes when I'm meditating, this is how this being showed up, I see the being in my third eye.
Okay.
In my mind's eye.
And what happened? Well, I got to ask the obvious question. What did it look like?
Well, it looked like a reptilian. No, it looked humanoid, and that's the problem with the mind's eye. This being shows up in my mind's eye, but it's like he's moving back and forth and left to right. So it's not like a stationary picture in my mind's eye. It's like it's really hard to depict what's going on in your mind's eye and putting it into English words. Yeah, it looks like a reptilian. I only see a face mostly, and the eyes are a glowing eye, which is very poignant and very specific. I don't see colors because it's in my mind's eye. Mostly, I just see a blackish and red color because I'm seeing the blood around my pineal gland.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So.
Very interesting. Any communication?
Oh, this guy's a bugger. I keep asking him for his name because this is still happening. He's here with me right now. It started on December 1st.
Right.
It's been happening every single night, every time I go to bed to meditate. He's just here. Whenever I close my eyes or I take a minute to not look at reality, he's just here.
Now, Eric, do you feel like you've lost your mind, or are you cool with this?
Oh, well, see, here's the thing, Jimmy. I went through post-traumatic stress, social anxiety, and major depression for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I have been working on my consciousness and healing through meditation and talk therapy and medication, which didn't help, for over 30 years. I reached a certain level of consciousness and awakening, and I reached a point where I asked, whoever, higher beings, God, I said, I want to know what the ET truth is. I want to have a direct experience for myself. I want to know without a doubt this is real, and I have a part in disclosure. And I want to know what that is. And if possible, I want to know what can I bring to people? What can I share with people to make this more legitimate and more realized
to
the masses, So yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a very direct story. We were having a dinner party over at the house, and at the table, I'll tell you who was at the table. Steve Murillo was there, his wife, Alex Mistretta, Wolf McCarran, Tom Danheiser from Coast to Coast. The other night we had Jeff Harmon on, right? He was there, his wife Camille, and then this last person whose name I'm not going to say right now, a celebrity, a comedian, right? Celebrity, right? And this comedian, we're sitting there having dinner, right? A party. And he goes, and we're all telling stories, right? So now it's like his turn. And he goes, I was sitting on the couch and my girlfriend is sitting next to me and she's pregnant. I believe that's what he said. And we're watching TV. Everything's fine. We're having a conversation. And I looked at her and she shape-shifted into a reptilian while she's sitting next to me, right? And I was like, say what? And I said, now, were you imagining this? Was this, were you in a dream? He goes, no. And she caught, and listen, he says, she caught me looking at her, and then she changed back. And she kept looking at me really weird because she knows I caught her. And it was an accident, and she didn't mean for it to happen. Now, this was as a matter-of-factly statement as I can make. Now, he is saying this to a table full of people, right? And for him to relate this experience, that's just like you telling me this experience right now. It's a difficult thing to say and to not have people go, oh, come on, right? But it happened, right? And what do you do with that? What do you do with that? It's just
in those moments. Yeah, I totally get it. In those moments like that, you really just got to stand in your truth. Mm-hmm. And not give up, because even if you don't go into the reality of ETs and reptilians and all that, this world is focused on and created to dismiss everyone. If you're not like everybody else, they want to dismiss you. They want you to shut you down. They want you to focus on your cell phones and be in the consciousness trap of social media.
Right.
It's false. It's not real.
Right.
So all you can do is continue to work on healing yourself from your past, from your wounds, increasing your consciousness, standing in your truth, and not giving up about sharing your voice and your opinions and your thoughts. People are absolutely going to confront you, but that's the work. If you are a worker of a light being and working for God and the improvement of the human species, you have to own yourself. And it's a fight. It's a war. We're at war with our consciousness.
And that's it. You hit the nail on the head. And the other thing, we were talking about this last night with Laura Eisenhower. Your experiences are yours, right? Your experiences that you're telling me right now, right? This guy is hanging out with you as you're talking to me on the phone, right? That's your experience. And that's it. And nobody's going to take that from you. And you can't have another influence out there tell you that it didn't happen or that it's not real, because they don't know. Right? And that's it. And you have to be faithful to your truth.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too, even again, without the ET and reptilian thing, if you're just being yourself, people cannot perceive you and your reality and your truth if they are limited on an intellectual and consciousness level.
That's exactly right. And that's why this show exists. The strangest way. But that's exactly right. And the more that, it's people like you, Eric, and others, and hopefully myself with a little bit of delivery out there and some brevity of the moment too as well, that we can get this understanding out there. And that's really it. And I want to thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all have a part in disclosure, and we have to do it regardless of how uncomfortable it is and how painful it is. You have to stand in truth and use your voice. So thanks for doing your job, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. Behave and be well. The deep state will be in touch.
Okay, thanks.
I'll talk to you, man. It's a great phone call right there. Great phone call so far. Let's go to... I want to go to Kansas City. Kansas City, you're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Deb.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
I am fine, and this is my first time of getting through to talk to you.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't have called you if this thing hadn't happened to me.
And what was that thing?
Well, first of all, my dad was in the Air Force, and he worked at the control tower at Fort Scott Air Force Base. It was probably around 64 or 5, and he came home and he told us a story that there was a UFO hovering over the airbase.
Really?
And he said, I don't want you telling this story to anybody. So anyway, that's the end of that story. But it left me knowing that there was, UFOs out there. And so, I don't know, a couple of months ago, in the morning I woke up and I could remember this dream, and it was very short.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. And so I woke up, and I remember that I had been on an aircraft of some sort, and I was sitting there on this table thing, and I looked at my hand. I put it down just to put it down on the table, and it illuminated that weird green color, and I thought, to myself, I thought, okay, if I do it again and it comes on, I know I'm not in my own bed.
Mm.
So I did it again, and it came on. And then that's all I remember of that. That's it. And then when I got up, it must have scared me because I had wet my pants.
Okay.
And I thought, well, when did I do this? And I went over the bed and I felt and felt and felt, and there was no wet on the bed. There was nothing. And it just kind of, I told my husband about it. In fact, you and him is the only one I've told besides everybody else that's listening.
Right.
And I said, you think I would be kind of thrilled that this happened because I watched all the David Wilcox and Emery Smith and, Corey Good. I watch all this stuff and I listen to it. But I said, I'm kind of, it's kind of scary to know that this has happened. If it's happened, and he said, well, how do you know it wasn't a dream? I said, well, dreams last a little longer.
Right.
I mean, that's all there was in this whatever happened. So I don't think it was a dream, and I'm kind of scared that it wasn't.
Yeah, and this isn't crazy talk. I want you to listen to me for a second. This is the thing, is that you can go and listen to all the shows and all the interviews, all the Fade to Blacks and the Coast to Coast and all the guests and the experiencers and the other phone calls that come in, and you can listen to all of that. But because it's fascinating, it's fun. We like to go to the movies, right? That's what we do. We like this stuff. And it's fun to think about and wonder about. But when you get something that confirms for you that the world isn't as it seems, then that's a good thing, because it answers the questions for you, the ones, because you're wondering, right? You're listening to David Wilcock, you're listening to Emery Smith and the other guests that have been on the show, and you want, wow, what if, and it reminds me of that one scene in The Matrix when Neo, he's in the back of the car. This is in the first Matrix, and they, they're going to pull the bug out of his stomach. Remember, and they lay him back, and they got the machine, and they suck it out of his stomach, and he goes, "You mean this is real, right?" Right? Because up until that point, he thought it was a dream. He didn't, he just thought, well, that's the thing. Once you get that confirmation, then you can kind of move on, and you can do your own research and your own experiences, but you've got that going for you. As crazy as that sounds, right? As crazy as that is. But there you go, so you've got that going for you.
Yeah. Well, I noticed, too, that I get bruises where, how did I get this bruise here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am on blood thinner.
Right.
But, it's bruises are usually on my arms from running into a doorway or, don't watch what I'm doing. But they're on the back of my legs. it's like, really? There?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and try to the best that you can, always, take pictures, write things down. I know it takes a lot of time and we're all busy, but maybe you can see a pattern. But you just never know. And then eventually, this is the thing, Deb, maybe the big thing will happen. The big, a really cool sighting, something else will happen that, and for me, I've had my sightings and some of them have been pretty incredible. But once, and I talked about this the other night, once that beer can up at ECETI happened, that was a daytime crazy sighting in the day, not at night, none of that. And I have, you know what I actually have here? Let me see what line you're on. Okay, I don't have anybody there. Okay. Lucinda sent me a video today of the moment that it happened, the beer can sighting. And,
okay.
And so this is only 27 seconds long. Now, this is literally seconds after the sighting when I'm yelling at the crowd, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play the video. What's funny is now the beer can is not here. It's disappeared. Okay. Wow. And I'm yelling at everybody. I hope somebody took pictures, right? Okay.
Right.
Now listen to my voice. Listen to how this went down. Now you've heard me tell about the sighting many times, right? Well, I got I got the video today. So here we go. I'm going to play this for everybody. Check this out.
Okay.
Tell me somebody took a picture. I swear to God, I will shoot everybody here.
It's disappeared now.
Oh, no, there it is. There it is. I got it. I got it.
Give us a position, man.
That's a bird. No, the UFO wasn't a bird.
No, that was shimmering. That was glinting.
It was a ball. It was huge. Okay, who shot it? Oh, tell me somebody took a picture. I swear
wow, that is incredible.
Everybody here.
It's disappeared now.
Oh, no, there it is. There it is. I got it. I got it.
Give us a position.
There's like 50 people around me.
Oh, wow.
No,
unbelievable.
No, that was shimmering. That was glinting.
And that's Steve Murillo saying he saw it. It was shimmering. It was huge.
Who shot it? Oh, tell me.
Okay, so maybe that will happen for you, and for me, that daytime sighting was just the most incredible thing, and that was my mistake, was jumping up and getting too excited. Instead of, what should I have done? I should have grabbed my cell phone and shot the video.
Yeah.
I should have been nice and calm. I didn't need to jump up and do what I did. Thank goodness that other people there saw it too, right? So, we had to witness. But nobody, I should have, it only lasted for like 10 seconds and then it was gone. Yeah. And so if I would have just, whether I shot video or took pictures, if I would have done one or the other, but in my moment, and there it is, right there. There it is.
Oh, wow.
Me blowing the opportunity. We all do it. We all do it.
I always have my camera with me, except when I'm sleeping.
Everybody there had cameras. Everybody there had videos. But I blew it. I jumped up and started yelling, and the moment passed, and now it's gone, and before you know it, all we had was a memory. It was just there and it was gone. But it's so funny that Lucinda happened to do the right thing, which was shoot the video, right? And she's scanning the skies. It's just so funny. She's looking for it.
Oh my goodness.
And you can hear my reaction. That's where I was. I was like, man, I hope somebody got that on film. So there you go. All right. Hey, Deb, enjoy your 2019, okay? And please,
you too.
If you get a visitor, if it comes back, anything, call back in and tell us about it.
Okay, I will. Well, thanks a whole bunch. I appreciate this, and Happy New Year.
You too, Deb. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's a great phone call right there. Nothing like a first-time caller. And this is the thing, and thank you for that, Deb. This is the beautiful thing about Fade to Black, is that I get first-time callers like that call in that, maybe a little nervous, maybe all of that stuff, but they call in and they share their story, right? And that's what is most important, that they call in and they know that this audience is going to listen, that we are here for support. That's what it is. It's like that TV show, People of Earth, but it's so true, where we can just get together and have these conversations. But how crazy is that Lucinda happened to catch that moment. Listen to what I say at the very beginning of this. I'll play it again. Listen to this.
Tell me somebody took a picture. I swear to God, I will shoot everybody here.
It's disappeared now.
Oh, no, there it is. I got it.
Give us a position, man.
No, that's a bird. No, the UFO wasn't a bird.
No, that was shimmering. That was glinting.
It was a ball. It was huge. Okay, who shot it?
There you go. This is Fade to Black. Lucinda, thank you for sending me that video today. That was the moment of the beer can. That was the moment that it disappeared, actually. And there you go. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Going to take a quick break right here. More of your phone calls are next. If you are on hold, stay right there. I'll get to your calls next. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, FADERNIGHT. I'll be right back.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. This year we've experienced more than our fair share. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and last month I decided to make sure my family does not have to worry about food should we get caught in a real emergency situation. Introducing Numana, a healthy, storable product that tastes so good that you'll want to eat it every day instead of just during those times of duress. All Numana products have a 25-year shelf life, are MSG and GMO-free, no preservatives, and are made in America. With the Numana pack in your home, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that you've protected your family. Not only have I tasted and tested, I own it. Now you can too. Just click on the Numana banner on JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code Jimmy when you order. In addition to a discount, we'll send you an autographed Fade to Black t-shirt. Seriously, go Beckley Teppy. Do you want to be an official FADERNIGHT? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
If you have hard water, the lime scale not only leaves white spots, it clogs pipes and breaks down appliances, costing you hundreds of dollars in energy and wear. Eliminate lime scale and other water issues like brown staining and bad odors with HydroCare water products available from Wave Home Solutions. Wave's affordable water systems don't use salts or chemicals. You'll love the way your water tastes, smells, and looks. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, go to bestwater123.com. That's bestwater123.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. Oh, I was running with a live mic. Did I do anything weird? Did I make any crazy sounds here in the bunker? I don't know. It is Fade to Black. It is Thursday night. It is FADERNIGHT. And so I'm just going to keep this going as fast as I can. Oh, I was going to go to Naptown. So much for that. Let's see. I'm going to do a blind call. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
I don't want to do this live.
You don't want to do this live?
No, I'm the one that sent you the email.
Okay. Well, you have to. This is a live show, and now we're live.
Okay. All right. So I was the senior IT security administrator on the Deepwater Horizon case. Follow me?
Okay. Yes.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
They got it close, but they left out some key details.
Like what? What did they leave out? Now, I can't reveal your name, so I'm not going to do that, or your location. No. I'm not going to do that either. So we'll run anonymous. I'll let everybody know I do have that information, so I'm comfortable with that. Okay, but I won't reveal it. Okay. I'll throw it back to you. You know what? I can't call you you. I'll call you Bob. How's that?
Bob is good.
Bob is good. All right, Bob. What happened out there?
So, like I said, senior IT admin, they had like 500 lawyers. And I saw everything.
As in
videos, emails, text, everything. From Transocean to BP.
Now, for anybody that may not know what we are talking about, the Deepwater Horizon was an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm going to guess 10 years ago?
About.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think like 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, So that's what we know about it. That's what we know about it on the surface, right? It was it was like the biggest oil spill of all time, or pretty close to it, right?
Pretty much.
And so,
like I said, if you've seen the movie, they got it close, but they left out some details.
And what did they leave out?
Like how hard they were being pushed by upper management to get the job done.
Which you're talking about cranking oil out of the right? About pumping oil?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So when the spill happened, they were already like a month behind schedule and several hundreds of thousands of dollars over budget, which is like a drop in the bucket for someone like BP, but they were being pushed really, really hard by people way up above our level.
For profit. They wanted more oil pumped.
Yeah. So they never... I didn't want this live, damn it. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, when you do a job like that, you're basically setting concrete on the bottom of the ocean.
That's right. Right.
And that's not an easy thing to do. And you're supposed to let it sit and then run QC checks on it. QC, quality control.
Uh-huh.
To make sure that everything is hardened below the surface. Well, they didn't do that.
And they knew that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So what happened next?
Look at the water.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, what I mean by that is they chose to ignore the safety. Everybody was everybody overworked too as well? Not enough sleep and knew that chances were being taken?
No, see, that's where they overplayed it in the movie.
Right.
No, they had plenty of staff. They had several underwater unmanned vehicles, but they ignored it for the big profit.
Could it? All you had to do was just wait, right?
Yeah. All they had to do was give it 2 weeks, run a quality control, a pressure test, make sure there were no leaks, and then they would have been good.
And when you were looking at this as an IT professional, you're looking at all of this data, whether it's email or correspondence or anything else. You're looking at all of this. Did anybody ask you about any of this?
I had to get government clearance to be able to look at it.
Of course. But what I'm saying is there was a huge investigation into Deepwater Horizon after that.
I met all the people from BP and Transocean.
Right. What about the government?
I mean, I had to go through 3 security clearances.
Did you get did you get interviewed and questioned?
I never actually met any of them. It was all on paper.
Interesting. And did you tell anybody about what you knew?
Not until about 4 minutes ago.
And so that that makes you an official whistleblower.
I guess.
And
which is why I was trying to get you to do it off air, but
right. See, this is the thing, Bob. The experience of live radio is one thing, and if you and I would have done any of this off air, whether it was recorded or just in conversation, and then I come back and talk about it, it doesn't have the same impact. It doesn't. True. You need to just be direct and spontaneous with your answers and your experience and that right there is the credibility to everything. How long did you work?
Yeah.
Did you work directly for BP?
7 years.
7 years. And how long did you work for BP after Deepwater Horizon?
About 2 years.
About 2 years. And
because their funding went down the toilet afterward.
Yeah, it did. It did. it did.
And IT is usually the first department to get cut.
Right. Were you on the drilling rig itself?
No. I was okay, screw it. In Houston, we hosted 450 lawyers directly for BP.
Right.
And then we had about another 100 scattered throughout the country. And I supervised and maintained the security and machines for all of it.
And with the end of things, none of this was revealed, right? How did BP escape the direct knowledge of the real reason, which is soft concrete that was unset?
Money.
Right.
It all goes back to money. You know that.
Well, and so the only evidence of everything was in BP's hands, with the submersibles, with the data, with the concrete, and they were able to hide all of it,
which all got shredded when they settled.
Is there? You know what? Do you think that?
I mean, literally, dude, shredded.
Is there? I know, right? Hard drives erased. Do you think that?
No, like crunched.
Do you think if and I'm not suggesting this, but let's go to an alternate reality scenario, okay? A parallel world scenario where this investigation gets reopened, right? It gets reopened and they want to go back and find this evidence of what's the word that I want to use? But anyway.
All right, I know where you're going with that. Let me stop you. Senior IT guy, I have a copy of everything.
Right. Oh, okay. So there is you are in possession of evidence that would
hard data, yes,
that would change the story.
Oh yeah.
What are you going to do?
Would sink BP. It would sink them to the ground.
And do you have family? Are you married?
No, divorced.
Okay.
2 kids.
Okay. Well, you want to keep them safe, right? You don't want to.
Yeah. Well, they're on their own.
Well, so what do you do with this? I mean, it's one thing to call into this show and speak about it, but what do you do with it? Do you take it to your grave, or do you feel guilt knowing that you're in possession of this and you know what I mean? You're not.
I did feel guilty for a little bit because I saw like the actual submersible videos.
Right.
And I was like, holy crap, they saw this and didn't do anything about it. So yeah, I felt a little bit guilty, but I guess I'm just kind of numb to it.
What about paperwork? What did you sign? I mean, what's that?
Q clearance.
Well, I'm talking about NDAs and non-disclosures.
Oh yeah. Several non-lawyer NDAs.
And what about, is there an expiration date on those NDAs?
No.
Wow. So what are you going to do?
No, it was called a durable non-attorney NDA.
And what's the threat in that? Money? Yeah. Very interesting. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Bob?
What do I do?
Well, Well,
I got a flash drive in my safe.
yeah. Well, well, the question is,
do I mail it to you, or what do I do?
Yeah. No, don't mail it to me.
When you're talking about big corporations like that,
Right.
They don't exactly play games.
Right. And it's, yeah. I'm wondering how long it's going to take for me to be contacted. But it's a good thing I have a very good secure computer.
Not long, I guarantee you.
Yeah, very, very interesting situation that you find yourself in. And have they, even if this was all revealed and the evidence is revealed, is it case closed? In that, what is the statute of limitations on the biggest oil spill in history?
With what I've got, with what I have in my possession, I don't think there's a limit.
Did anybody die? Yeah, 11 people killed. 11 people killed, 17 injured.
13 killed, 17 injured.
So there wouldn't be a statute of limitation in this case.
Not when it comes to negligent homicide.
Yeah, right. And 4.9 million barrels of oil spilled, covered.
Plus the damage to the ecosystem and the fishing trade and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, it says 8,000 plus marine organisms were affected, covered 68,000 square miles.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I saw it. I mean, I'm in Houston.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, okay. Well, we do have a backdoor contact between the two of us, so that's easy enough. And you know how to reach out to me. And
so I won't burn that one.
Yeah, don't. We need the one line of connection, but the I don't know. It seems like the data should almost be in between us. That's what I would do.
It goes down. Okay.
Not with you.
Down to like
not with
workstation level. Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Like individual workstations and servers and email and videos.
Wow. Yeah. Maybe I should have you send it to my attorney. Because then it would be protected. Or an attorney.
I like how you almost coughed when you said that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a strange world that we live in. This is, the Deepwater Horizon. The entire thing is a conspiracy in that it's a bunch of people conspiring to do something secret.
Like I said, if you watch the movie and watch it close, they revealed some, but not everything. That platform was not understaffed. They were not overworked. They had plenty of resources.
Mm-hmm.
It just came down to dollars.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, let's stay in touch. Okay,
We'll do.
We'll see what happens from here on out. But this is a very interesting situation that you put us both in. But yeah, you're right.
I figured you would appreciate it.
Well,
no one else.
It's live. It's now out there. You can't. We can't hit rewind. We can't reset.
Take it back now.
We can't take it back, man. So let's do that, Bob.
All right,
okay.
I'm gonna pull a Laura on you.
Okay.
Shit.
I'll talk to you. Thank you, Bob. Very great phone call. All right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my friend.
All right, man. You got my email. I will not burn that one.
I got it. Well, don't say that live on the air. See, now you're going to let the dark.
No, that one's protected.
Okay, I got you, and so's mine. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right, man.
All right, Bob. That is be safe. Be safe. And call dropped. What'd you guys think of that phone call? Very interesting. I'm almost uncomfortable right now. I'm almost uncomfortable. Let's go to West Virginia. West Virginia, you're up next on Fade to Black.
Hi, Jimmy. This is Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, how are you? What'd you think of that?
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Wow is all I can say. I was sitting on the edge of my seat.
I knew that this was coming in. It was very interesting. So there you go. Very interesting. Very interesting. So and then the call dropped.
Yeah, just poof.
Oh man, how are you, Kevin?
Fine. I just wanted to say something a little about 2019.
What's that?
This is the year of the original film, Blade Runner.
I know, right? What do you think about that? I kind of mentioned that when I had Tessa on Coast to Coast and talked about some of the things about Blade Runner, of course, which takes place in 2019 in Los Angeles. So Los Angeles doesn't quite look like it does in the movie, but there's a lot of things that are pretty accurate. What do you think?
No little spinners flying above the city, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's weird because that movie was made, 37 some years ago?
I would say
1982, I think.
84?
Yeah.
84. It came out when I was in Los Angeles. That's a good, let me look that up. Yeah. But the other part for me, and there's a lot of accurate stuff, but was the whole Android aspect and how close. Oh, 1982. You're right. So that came out when I was still in Indianapolis, but I saw it here in L.A. Oh man, that you know what? That's Mandela effect right there. Full tilt boogie. I mean, if somebody would have asked me, I know I saw Blade Runner at the Pasadena in Sierra Madre at the movie theater there. That's where I saw it. That was 1984. Maybe it was made in 82 and came out in like late 83. That's a possibility before I start falling down some crazy rabbit hole, because that just doesn't make sense to me. It just makes no sense at all.
That's what makes Fade to Black great radio.
So what else do you think came to pass in Blade Runner?
The thing that always got to me was the big scene on the building with Rutger Hauer.
Mm-hmm.
And in the background, what was it? The TDK sign?
Right. Tape.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, TDK.
Tape in 2019.
Did you see?
That was a little off.
Yeah, totally. Did you see? That's a really good point. Did you see Rutger Hauer in Valerian?
No, ironically, I have not seen that film yet. That's on my bucket list.
You cannot call into Fade to Black anymore. You have
Really?
That's, Kevin, I'm telling you right now. The next time you call into this show, you're going to tell me.
I have to tell you about.
You're going to tell me how great Valerian was. But this is what is amazing about Valerian. In the beginning of the movie, very beginning, this isn't any spoiler or anything like that. I'm not giving anything away. But in the beginning of the movie, Rutger Hauer is speaking. Okay? And he sets the tone about the International Space Station. That's it, and what is orbiting Earth. That's it. That's all it is. But check out Rutger Hauer. Check out how great he looks. And you just brought it up, man. That movie came out 37 years ago. Now, how old do you think Rutger Hauer was in the movie? He was at least 30, right? So how old is Rutger Hauer?
The makeup where he, was near the end of his life made him look much older, too.
That's right. So how old is Rutger Hauer today in Valerian? Well, think about that. And then when you see Rutger Hauer, you're going to do the same thing that Rita and I did. Man, he looks great. He looks amazing. So speaking of Blade Runner, Rutger Hauer, that scene with the TDK sign in the background. Is TDK even in business in 2019? I don't know. What did they manufacture today? I know they were making blank CDs for a while. Can you even buy a blank CD today? I have no idea.
Some places you can, but who uses CDs?
Who uses them? And I have, here in the studio, right here in the bunker, I've got 2 laptops sitting right here. You can see them on the bunker cam. I'm going to spin around. Check this out. Leaning against the wall, laptop, right? Leaning against the wall, another laptop, right? So there's a couple of laptops here. You can see those. These are both HPs that I'm not using. I've got these 2 laptops here that are running the show. These are spares that I have. But all of these have CD-ROM DVD burners in them. I need them for production for different reasons, right? There's reasons for that. So I went out to pick up another laptop. I was going to buy 2. And trying to find a laptop today with a CD burner on it or player, they don't exist. It's hard, man. It is really, really hard. And it's just one of those things. So what does TDK do today? I don't know. Maybe they make USB drives. That could be something for them. But everything that they did in the past, which was cassette tapes, right, and CDs and stuff, that's all gone. I wonder what TDK does today. I'm sure somebody is
obsolete.
Yeah, somebody's posting here in Twitter. Is TDK still in business? There you go. All right. Hey, Kevin, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you Saturday over on Coast to Coast, and then, of course, Monday.
Coast, yes.
Monday.
And the next time I have to tell you how great the film is, right?
Yeah, you have to. That's the rules. That's the rules. Hey, I'll give you a little leak. All right? I'm going to give everybody some homework for the weekend. On Monday is one of my most anticipated guests for me personally ever in the history of Fade to Black. On Monday, and you're not going to believe, on Monday, Isaac Arthur is going to be on this show, and if you want to have fun over the weekend, go to Isaac Arthur's YouTube channel and just go click on a playlist and just go. His dive into physics and his research into alien civilizations and space travel. And populating the galaxy or the universe. His research is second to none. And on Monday, Isaac Arthur, right here on Fade to Black. It's going to be an amazing show. So enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Coast, and then I'll see you on Monday right here with Isaac Arthur. And then, of course, next Thursday night, I'll be talking to you about Valerian.
All right.
Kevin, behave.
Everybody be safe. Go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Have a great weekend. And that's a great phone call right there. Wow, almost blew through commercial. I would never do that. Valerian was a great movie. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it. Rita and I don't even know. It's Fade to Black. It's Thursday night. It's Fader night. Take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Poor water quality is a major health issue, and it's only getting worse. Municipalities can't keep up, standards have dropped, and pollutants are increasing. Where does it all end? It ends by keeping the pollutants outside of your home with HydroCare's advanced systems available at Wave Home Solutions. No less than the best purification materials and processes have been developed by HydroCare to provide you with healthy, clean water for drinking, cooking, and showering. HydroCare far surpasses the competition in removing chlorine, odors, iron, lead, chemicals, limescale, and much more. Don't settle for less when it comes to your water. We'll take care of the toughest water problems for you, whether it's from a city or well source. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, call 888-997-WAVE. That's 888-997-WAVE. Or go to bestwater123.com. That's bestwater123.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRAradio.com.
Does your basement or crawl space have a damp, musty smell? Well, watch out. That's a sign of too much moisture and not enough ventilation. And that can mean increased mold growth and the buildup of harmful toxins and gases. Don't bother with a dehumidifier. It just circulates the same unhealthy air. Now there's a better way to remove these dangers and odors. It's with the computerized Wave Moisture Control Unit that reduces moisture and expels pollutants.
We replaced our old dehumidifier with the Wave unit, and in only 3 weeks, our basement is dry and the musty smell is gone.
Wave units require no maintenance, no buckets of water or filters, and costs only pennies a day to run. Breathe better, live healthier with an affordable, no-maintenance Wave unit. Call 888-717-WAVE, 888-717-WAVE, or visit dryhealthyhome.com. dryhealthyhome.com.
Ride the wave. Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend.
So are you tired of being tired? Well, then it's time to get the tea. Hey, it's Lisa here to tell you about this all-natural, all-organic tea I've been drinking that has had great results for over 20 years. It's called Life Change Tea, and it's specially formulated to help detoxify and cleanse your kidneys, liver, colon, and blood all at once. The colon is one of the most ignored organs in the human body. The faster that waste is eliminated from the body, the less time that waste sits in our intestines, spreading toxins to our bloodstream. This tea helps cleanse chemicals caused by outside intruders from our entire digestive system. And get this, weight loss can be a side effect. And with continued use of the tea, you can experience clearer, healthier, younger looking skin, increased energy, and a happier outlook on life. So if you're tired of being tired, get the Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. And like me, you'll be glad you did.
Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi available, you can still listen to every minute of Fade to Black by just calling 605-562-4482. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan and no extra cost if you have unlimited minutes. Just call 605-562-4482. You can listen to me, Jimmy Church, on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Go Beckley Tappy.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. These phones tonight are out of control. Out of control. It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. It's open lines all night long.
And hanging out with all of you, it really makes, truly, it's obvious. This is the best night of the week. And having this be the first Fader night of the year and these phone calls, just absolutely remarkable. And it's an honor for me to just have the opportunity to sit and hang out with all of you. All right, now, let's see. Let's go to New York City. New York City, you're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Jimmy, it's Sarah Ann, not really in New York City.
Oh, man, Sarah Ann with the clandestine cool phone number. So there you go. You know, like I said to you before, never give that up. But we've already had that conversation. So how are you?
I'm really good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How was yours?
It was pretty lame, because I'm in Wisconsin, not New York City, but it's all good. Big night tonight. Wow, brave call.
Yes, all of them have been great. All of them have been great. And you know what? But now it's you, Sarah Ann, and it's just the icing on the cake. So what's on your mind tonight?
It's so funny because reptilians are on my mind as well, and I don't know what's going on with that.
Right.
But I was like, I'm going to call Jimmy and talk about, actually ask a question that was inspired by the show last night, which I loved. Well done. Well done. I wanted to put it out to the group and to you. If like the proverbial mothership landed, and let's say it was full of reptilians, and they're not like ready to munch on us, but they're not super touchy-feely. And this is going to circle back to the Laura-isms and unity consciousness and who we feel like could really represent us. I mean, do you feel like you could pick out leaders in the UFO community to be like diplomats? Because honestly, when I look back at 2018, in my mind, I'm like, this is training.
Right.
And when I listen to somebody like Laura and just how she can really be real about bringing together the polarities. And, that reptilian energy does represent something that is very, alive and with us. And reptilians are not going to disappear. Grays are not going to disappear. Archons ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Artificial intelligence. And a lot of people just want to ban the darkness and the yuckiness. But I really feel like we're being called to look at it and communicate with it. And who could really do that with all of the craziness and the conflicts that are going on in our own community?
You know what's funny? And this is okay, right? You said it, right? The proverbial mothership, right, Lance, right? Reptilian step off. And we're going to expect them to say, take me to your leader, right? What if they said, where's David Icke? and,
where's our brother?
Right. Exactly. And David Icke could be like, this is what I've been on about. This is it. Speaking of that, we're going to have David on here. It's going to be very, very soon. We're arranging it right now, but I need my David Icke fix, and he's been in the middle of this European tour, but the time is right now, so we'll have David on maybe later on this month. But yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him that question. What should we do in a situation like that? I'm
telling you. I'm feeling it.
Who would best represent us? Who would?
Well, it's an interesting thing to look at because honestly,
should it be somebody from our community or should it be a world leader?
No, I don't think. Well, I really feel like it's people within our community that are most prepared, and that's the type of person and people that we need, right? Those that are being prepared for what could be scary to most people. I think many of us are being prepared, right?
So
I've danced with many dragons, and I've, had a lot of great time with benevolent beings, but we are at a time where we need to integrate. And I think that all of the conflict in the UFO community is all about training. Like, who's really up to the challenge?
Jacques Vallée.
Who are the people?
Jacques Vallée. Jacques Vallée would be good.
It.
Yeah, Jacques Vallée would be good. Jacques Vallée. You know who? You know what? You know who would have been really good? Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who would be good. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. He's cool, right? He's cool. He would know how to be balanced, and he's forward thinking. And he just sent a Tesla to Mars. So, maybe Elon Musk. I would say, if I could go backward in time, I would almost say Steve Jobs would be a good guy to represent humanity. As strange as that sounds, but you need somebody that's balanced but is a forward thinker, that would understand how to attempt communication. And
right. I mean, we need leaders who are committed to, obviously very open-minded, no racism allowed, but be committed to mediating, arbitrating, negotiating, not being pacifists, but those who are committed to peacekeeping while at the same time protecting truth and justice at the same time. And it's like, let's look at the leaders in the UFO community that are, I feel like most are embroiled in conflict or they're avoiding the situation altogether. And I almost feel like, gosh, I mean, with the Conscious Life Expo coming up, let's put aside all of the research about what's out there. And it would be wonderful if, like, the thought leaders would come forward and say, this is how we address the behavior here. Because it's really, I feel like it's the only thing that matters right now.
Right. What about, I would almost say, if we go inside of our community, I would almost say Richard Dolan. Richard Dolan would be good, but you know what? I love Richard. I love him. But man, he might lose his mind. He's too pragmatic, right? He's too black and white. Now, he's a creative guy. He's really cool. He's really fun, and he could dance like nobody's business. And we know he loves his disco music. He's a very cool dude, but he's also an historian, an educated historian. Very black and white. He loves his documents. He likes his facts, right? And you go and open that door. I don't know, man. He might be, but
honestly, he's on my list.
He's on my list.
Passionate about his stance, and that's not really good for somebody who's mediating and trying to resolve conflict.
But he would be a good representation. He would be a good representation he would represent as well.
I think that he should be, if there was a panel of thought leaders in the UFO community that were in charge of solving conflicts, I would want him on there. Yeah. I would want you on there, Jimmy. You and Rita, man. I would want Barbara Lamb.
Yeah, Barbara Lamb.
I would want Laura Eisenhower. I would want William Henry. I mean, I think of it as like people who are really open-minded, but those that can see all sides. And I don't really know because I'm not on the inside. I don't know what goes behind closed doors. But I really feel like, gosh, when I look back at 2018 and like the drama that happened with Gaia and David Wilcock, I'm kind of pissed at Gaia. Because what happens when something is exposed is you kind of need to address what happened. Because otherwise it's in the dark, and that just creates more drama and yuckiness. And I know that it's not really anybody's business what happened between like David Wilcock and Gaia, but it sort of is my business. It sort of is my business.
Yeah.
Because all I'm hearing are things that aren't really being addressed in transparency. And like what Laura was talking about last night, I think that transparency is critical right now, as is compassion, as is passion. But if we're just allowing all of this talk, behind the scenes, that's not really supporting anybody. And I hear about, like, I don't agree with what Corey Goode did, but I hear about him being blacklisted now from conventions and conferences. And it's like, what? Is that how we deal with somebody not doing something that we agree with? We blacklist them?
Right.
Like, where is the conscious conflict resolution? I just feel like this is training. I feel like there are stadiums of aliens watching us right now, like we're on a reality show. And it's just kind of like preposterous.
Yeah, and and that individual would have to be able to keep their emotions in check, right? Mm-hmm. Because anybody from inside of the UFO community, no matter how smart, how well spoken, has a lot invested emotionally, personally, and would they be able to not lose it? Right? Where I remember, check this out. Now, James Fox, who we all love, right? And he's got his new film coming out, 701, and he's great. But during the filming of his TV show, which made him quit his TV show, and we talked about it on Fade to Black, in that he was at Stan Romanek's house, and they were filming at night. And so they had the night vision on, and they're in Stan's room where the alien head allegedly popped up in the window that Stan Romanek had filmed, right? And so they were, well, anyway, so the crew decides to, crack a joke, play a little prank on James Fox, and they take an alien mask head. And they go out, and so he's sitting at the dining room table in there, and and the alien head pops up in the window, and he sees it. Now, for James, he's been waiting for this moment for his entire life, right? And it actually happens, and he loses his mind, right? And then he finds out it's a joke, and it's not funny because his emotions were played with. But it was that moment of excitement. Look what happened to me with the daytime beer can sighting. I didn't stay calm, cool, and collected, right? I threatened to shoot everybody if they didn't take a picture. That's what I did. Mm-hmm. And so we would have, our representative would have to be able to maintain, so who would be able to do that? I'm
telling you, this is the question of 2019 because I don't think we're far off.
Right.
I think that all of this drama is like an audition.
Right. Right. We'd almost need like an attorney. I don't know.
Well, we would need somebody that can accept. I mean, especially if we're interacting with a race that is not the gentlest, kindest of creatures, but also ready to deal with us. Well, how can you really be an ambassador for the planet?
Right.
And really communicate? I mean, it's kind of like that movie Arrival with Amy Adams.
Yeah. Somebody just tweeted that.
At the same time, she did that in private.
Yeah, Eric Stitt just tweeted that Amy Adams or Jodie Foster's character in Contact. It's actually two good points right there. Yeah, how do we do that? You know who else? Believe it or not, who I think would stay calm, cool, and collected would be Giorgio Tsoukalos. That dude is. Oh, yeah. That dude is the cool side of the pillow. He really is. He really, really is. What about Eric Von Daniken? Would be up there, but Giorgio Tsoukalos I think could represent. I think Jason Martell. I think he would maintain. Steve Murillo. When he could. Yeah, Steve Murillo's. Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's a big thing. It doesn't have to be one person, but it has to be a council of people. But first, they have to be able to do it with their fellow humans.
Maybe we should look into that in 2019. Maybe we should maybe, and I'm just the guy to set this up, and I will do it. I'll lead this one. And we should put together our own council, our crew.
I've been saying this.
And
you need to be like the game show host.
Yep. And so, they get the phone call. Everybody's got to go running, right? And they all get together, kind of like the Andromeda strain, right? Where the phone call comes in. Everybody gets together, and they've got to go to Flat Rock or whatever the city is and get together for the to convene. Yeah, that's a really good idea. We should elect
because
our own
it's all
council.
about, it's about compromise. Forget about political debates. I want to see leaders come together with totally different opinions, or they hate each other, or they're pissed or whatever, and they have to come to a resolution. That's a reality show I want to see.
Right.
And I feel like in our community, we're being put to the test. Can we really do it? And there's enough conflicts. I mean, freaking take your pick.
Yeah, I know.
Resolve them.
I know.
Sit down and resolve them, and let people watch it.
Sarah Ann, thank you for the phone call, and thank you for being here on our first Fader Night of 2019. Great ideas, and you know what? I think we're going to do it. I'll put it together. I will. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and something that needs to be done. What if, right? Mm-hmm. Well, then we have our contingency. We're ready to go if it happens.
I'm telling you, I think it would be great, and if it's fun, then I'm happy.
There you go. Thank you so much, Sarah Ann.
All right. You have a good one. Thanks.
You too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Bye. Great phone call. That's amazing. That's an amazing phone call. What a night on the show. All right, let's go to Virginia. Virginia, you're up next on Fade to Black.
Is it me, Jimmy?
Yes, it is. It's you. Who's this?
Oh, thank you so much. It's David in Virginia.
Hi, David in Virginia. How are you?
I'm doing great. A really good night. The show is great tonight. But listen, I just wanted to give a shout out to our animal friends.
Why?
I love animals, and I want to tell everybody out there in the whole wide world, we love our animals, and they're the greatest. We should love them.
Yes, you
That's all
are.
I wanted to say.
There you go. So what's on your mind tonight?
That's it. What's on my mind is 2019. We should take care of our animal friends.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, David. Nothing makes me, there is something about when your pet looks into your eyes. There's something there, man. And there's nothing better. Nothing better, except for Rita or my daughters.
One more thing is my wife won't let me have a pet, so my pets are like my neighbors. And I take care of all my neighbors, kitties. My favorite animal is a cat. I gave all my neighbors.
What's that honking sound?
Honking? I don't know.
What is that?
I think it's all the Spreaker chat friends on my phone every time I get a message.
Oh, okay. Well, David, behave and be well, okay? And have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you
Love
so
our
much.
animals.
Yeah, absolutely. There is nothing better than our animals. Let's go to Oregon. You're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello, Jimmy. It's Frankie Four Fingers.
Hey, Frankie. How are you, man?
Doing good. Hey, I want to wish you a Happy New Year's and first Fader Night show of the new year.
Yeah, I know. So cool. An amazing show tonight. Amazing show. Just an amazing show, top to bottom.
Oh, yes. Hey, I want to thank you for the Christmas party that we attended down there.
I haven't talked to you.
It was an awesome time.
I haven't talked to you since the Christmas party. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you're more than welcome, and thank you for coming down. That was an amazing night.
Oh, yes. It was a quick trip for us, overnighter.
But if you're going to quick trip, then you quick trip to the Rainbow on Sunset Boulevard with all the Fadernauts. That's what you do.
That's the way to do it.
Man. That was cool. I mean, that was a great party. And to because it's family. And I know I say this over and over again, but it's family. And to have everybody get together where everybody can just chat and hang out and just be Fadernauts for the night and drink and eat and have a great time, boom, and it was just a perfect night. And it was really great. Hey, I want to let you know, New Year's night, we were over at our neighbors, and we had a little interesting sighting at our place. Shut up. What happened?
Well, we were outside. They had a little fire pit next to the house, and we noticed a light approaching from the north. It was a very unusual color. It's about an orangish color, and it was moving quite fast, and it was about 30 to 40 degrees in the western sky, moving to the south. And it would get about to, I don't know, probably about the 10 o'clock position. If you're looking due west, it was about 10 o'clock position. It would start to flicker, almost look like afterburners. And then it went out. And 20 seconds later, another one, following the same path.
Wow.
Did the exact same thing. And about maybe 30 seconds later, a third one from the north.
Whoa.
We cut it earlier to the north and watched it, and it just did the same thing. We saw it would flicker. We saw no nav lights, none of the nav lights or anything like that. It almost looked like afterburners, but there was no sound.
Well, you're a pilot. You're a pilot. What were you looking at?
I have no idea. I don't know if some neighbor was playing jokes with us or what, but it was really freaky. It couldn't have been Chinese lanterns because the winds weren't that strong enough to do that. I couldn't really estimate the altitude. Probably
you've got night vision.
3,000 plus.
Did you go get your night vision?
Well, you'll have to talk to the finance holder who's sitting right next to me about that.
Oh, is that what's going on here? We have the new Gen 4s out. Gen 4 night vision.
And how much are those?
I think they're about 5 or 6 thousand. But they're Gen 4s.
Yeah.
They're Gen 4s.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah, you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sell the Winnebago. Get 2.
Sell the Winnebago.
Did you guys? Yeah, Susie.
And what would we go to ECETI with?
Yeah, I know, right?
Tech. I mean, seriously, you'd leave us out in like a tent or something? That's bullshit right there.
Hey. Who do you think you are, Laura Eisenhower? So did you guys have a great New Year's?
You cannot make now. Rule number 1, you cannot make me laugh too hard. I've been sick since I came back from California.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here with this poultice of gross-smelling ginger and honey on my chest, trying to get over this crap.
Right.
And,
CBD.
Yeah.
CBD. You should take your CBD.
I'm CBDing. I'm doing it all.
Yeah, CBD.
Hi, Rita. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey.
That was Chris.
Hey, Chris. How are you, man? Well,
anyway, never ever let John do shots again. Oh my God. The reason, I'll tell you why I'm sick. Here's why I'm sick. I didn't sleep all night. That man snored like the whole building rattled.
Right.
Seriously. I couldn't even kick him because he was, allegedly asleep. I call it passed out on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that was that kind of party. It was that kind of party.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. And you just completely threw him under the bus right now, Susie. Completely.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
You completely
didn't
trashed
I?
him. Well, listen, I've got to head to a commercial. Just Happy New Year. Okay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. All the best to you and yours and everyone else out there in Faderland.
Thank you so much. And thank you for coming down. You made the party so special, not only for me and Rita, but everybody else there. It was just so much fun.
It was great to see everybody.
It was a perfect night, and you guys made it perfect, so thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night, Susie. Good night, everybody. The entire Esch family just checked in on Fade to Black, and it doesn't get any better, does it? With that, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll come back to the rest of your phone calls because this is our first Fader Night of 2019. Rita just tweeted out, I knew that was coming. The struggle is real. Yeah. You got to love it. All right. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. I'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. This year we've experienced more than our fair share. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and last month I decided to make sure my family does not have to worry about food should we get caught in a real emergency situation. Introducing Numana, a healthy, storable product that tastes so good that you'll want to eat it every day instead of just during those times of duress. All Numana products have a 25-year shelf life, are MSG and GMO-free, no preservatives, and are made in America. With the Numana pack in your home, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that you've protected your family. Not only have I tasted and tested, I own it. Now you can too. Just click on the Numana banner on JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code Jimmy when you order. In addition to a discount, we'll send you an autographed Fade to Black t-shirt. Seriously, go Beckley Teppy. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hi folks, CBD is the home run hitter for health right now. Why, you ask? Because of what it does for the body. Unfortunately, I can't tell you all about the benefit. You know, there's reasons. Do your due diligence and log on to AncientLifeOil.com. That's AncientLifeOil.com. Ancient Life Oil uses organic ingredients and is blended in coconut oil for some of the best benefits. Legal in 50 states and non-psychoactive. Log on to AncientLifeOil.com. That's AncientLifeOil.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and my family is safe because of Numana Emergency Food Storage. Just go to the Numana banner at JimmyChurchRadio.com. Promo code Jimmy10.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
This is Kristen, Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader Night. Our first Fader Night of 2019. Great phone calls tonight. All right, let's see here. Hold on. Before I go to okay. All right. I am okay. All right. I'm just going to do this. Let's go to Washington State. You are up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Tanette.
Hi, Tanette. How are you?
I'm good.
Happy New Year.
So, Happy New Year. The first thing I wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and I hope 2019 is really awesome for everybody.
There you go. And Twitter just blew up right now as soon as you said Tanette. You know that's what's going on. That's what's going on. How was your New Year's? Was it good?
Very good.
Right on. What's on your mind?
Very good.
What's on your mind tonight, Tanette?
Did you see Eric's video when he was in? I apologize, Eric. Maybe you can post the area where you were at. But did you see his Periscope video of the light that they were chasing down in the mountains?
No, I didn't see it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Wow. No, I haven't seen it. So
you'll have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. Eric, send it to me or repost it. I'm sure he's listening right now. So,
yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. No, I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. I'll wait to watch it.
The reason I brought it up is that when he zoomed in on that light, he said the light looked like it was about a mile away, and they were trying to go through all these little 2-track roads and chase the light down, but they couldn't really get close enough to it. And then once they turned a certain way, you couldn't see the light anymore.
Oh, here it is. Full 14 minutes. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, let me see where.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I've got it. Let me see here. I think this is Peter Maxwell Slattery. I think I just sent this to me. Okay, full 14 minutes. All right. Okay. Let's see.
It's going to take a little while to watch it, but when he zoomed in, there was a certain point where he zoomed in. It looked exactly like the video where I zoomed in on the star that wasn't supposed to be there.
Okay, so here they are. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Wow, this is pretty nuts. Okay.
Right. And it started to look exactly like the plasma ball that I filmed off my back porch in July when there's not supposed to be. It was I'm in Washington State, so if you think about over towards the northwest of Washington State in July, there was not supposed to be any stars over there.
Right.
And in my video...
Well, hold on, Tanette. Let me ask you, who's driving the truck here? Or car? Is this Eric? Who shot the video?
Yes, he was. He was stopping intermittently, and I think I don't know if his friend he had a friend in the car, and I don't know if his friend was filming it while he was driving, or he was driving and trying to film it at the same time, which is not a good idea, Eric, by the way.
Wow, that's a crazy video. Wow. Huh.
Right, but it looked exactly like the same. It was like a ring around the outside with a dot in the middle.
Right.
And when I filmed mine in July if you think about Washington State and you're looking, let's just say the Seattle area, because everybody knows where that's at. And I was filming northwest which would have been over the Pacific Ocean. And it was closer than a star because I tried to repeat what I did on an actual bright star.
Right.
And I couldn't zoom in that far. So I know it was a lot closer than an actual star would have been.
Okay.
And when I zoomed in...
Tanette, hold on for a second. Stay right there. I got Eric.
Okay.
I got Eric on the line. Eric, how are you, man?
Pretty good, yeah. Neil, the famous Neil, he met me out there because he said that there's aliens, giant aliens, and a Jedi out there in the Rock Mountains. I remember him talking about that.
Okay, so Tanette's still with us. Say hi to Tanette.
Okay. Hi, Tanette.
Hi,
I wasn't going to call. But since you called in, I figured I'll call in.
This is
it's a long video.
It's a crazy video. I just went through it. So where was this filmed?
So that was Lone Pine, between Lone Pine and Independence. It's way out there in the 395 going towards Bishop.
Going towards Bishop.
Mount Whitney. It's right near Mount Whitney.
Yeah, Bishop being Mammoth Mountain.
Yeah, but before that, it's near the 178. I don't know if you know those highways out there, but anyway, there's some pinnacles out there, and so we got out there. I'll make it brief. I wanted him to, he's been talking about these giant beings and these rocks, and I just had to see. I want to see. So I drove out there. It took me about 4 hours to get there. And I met him out there, and I couldn't see it, and he couldn't really tell because there was a lot of snow on the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just parked out there, and then we just started exploring around the area. It was kind of a desert area, and then we found this old, I don't know if it was an old army barracks where I guess back in the 40s, the Japanese were kept there. I don't know what their mission was, if they were prisoners or what the deal was, but there was a burial ground out there in the back, and because of the everything's closed down, all the federal and state park stuff. In other words, normally there would have been somebody there, but there was nobody there. So we just kind of drove out to the back and just parked out there. And I'm just trying to look for these aliens in the rocks, right? And then all of a sudden that light pops up. And I looked at that thing for like 8 minutes before I started, filming it. I mean, it was bizarre. There's no roads out there. I mean, we were driving on this little dirt road, but we got out there far enough. And I looked on the MapQuest later, and so there's no way it could have been a car. I mean, I'm going to guess that, I don't know what it was, but some sort of spirit orb or something. It didn't look like a UFO or anything like that, but
it looks like it's floating. But also in this video, if I play it on this channel that I'm playing on, we may hear the audio overpowering you. But let me see here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you know what? I just muted it. Okay, so now I'm looking. This is at the beginning, and it definitely looks like it's off the ground. Now, how far away is it from you here? Is that a quarter mile, maybe?
I would say about a mile.
About that far? It's pretty bright.
We started driving out there, and then there was a sign, a little dirt road sign that said, "Go this way 4.5 miles." So I started driving that way for at least 8 or 10 minutes, and we just never seemed to get close enough to the light. It was bizarre because it looked close from when we started, but as we kept driving towards it, it never got closer, and that's what was tripping me out.
Yeah, it's a pretty trippy video. Now, Now, it looks like on this road, when the road turns, it goes from being on your left to like straight in front of you. Did it move? Yeah. Did it move?
Never moved. It looks like it moves because the road kind of went around it. In other words, imagine at first we're going towards it, and then we went to the right, and it kind of wrapped around so we were almost going.
What the hell is it? It's not a flashlight. It doesn't turn into a beam. It's an orb. It's sitting.
An orb.
Hey, Jamie.
It kept.
The one I saw never moved
either.
Out,
and then it would go back on, and would get really bright, and then it would go off, and it kept doing the same thing. So I mean, and if you listen to Neil, what was funny actually is here's Neil telling me there's giant aliens in the rocks up there, and I'm thinking, come on now, brother, come on now. And here he's trying to debunk this orb, and you'll listen to the video, and he and I are talking in the van the whole 14 minutes. It's kind of funny actually. There's no swearing or anything like that, but he's kind of trying. I'm going, listen, I'm driving. I said, I'm going to debunk this thing one way or another. We're going to drive till we get there. And the thing, at one point, it seemed like it moved further away. And we were way out there in like the desert. And I said, man, I got to turn around. I'm not going to chase this thing all night. So that's when we turned off the video. But
yeah, go ahead,
yes,
Tanette.
There was swearing.
What's that, Tanette?
I said, yes, there was swearing.
There was swearing. Okay. But
not very much. It was minor. It wasn't like Laura Eisenhower.
But you can tell you guys are in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's no lights. There's nothing around you but brush. And that is, when you say dirt road, you're being kind. That is, that is about as dirt of a road as you can have. And that's a pretty strange thing to see out there in the middle of the desert. Wow.
I know. So check this out. I did some research when I got back to the hotel later, and on the other side of that mountain is near Ridgecrest, and that's where China Lake is. That's where the Air Force, I believe it is, that has their base. And they've got like 20,000 miles of land out there, some ridiculous quantity of land. So I did some research and talked to some of the people, and there was this lady that I stayed at this place, Kernville, the Kernville Lodge on New Year's night. And this one lady's married to this Indian guy, and I said, I saw some strange lights the other day, and she goes, "Oh, my husband sees them all the time." So you know how that goes. But I'm going back. I'm excited. I'm going to go back and try to get. I found some mountains actually that you could drive to and park up on top of. I'm not going to say it on the air, but I will record. I'm going to get some. Hopefully, find some more. That's how it works with these things, though. You could be looking for months, and then something happens. It's just you never know. You just never know. But I keep looking. I keep looking.
Wow. That's
Hey, Eric.
This is right up there with some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. And
Hey, Eric.
Why didn't you hold on, Tanette? Just hang on for 1 second.
Sorry, I'm interrupting. I know.
No, you're not.
But,
okay. Well, yeah, you are. Okay.
Eric, I wanted to tell you that when you guys were watching the video, before you hit the right-hand turn where you did the 4-mile thing,
right?
If you watch the video and back up a little ways, there was another right-hand turn, probably half a mile before that, and that might have been the one that actually went up there.
Okay, well, why didn't you, Eric? Why didn't you park the car and get out?
Well, we at first it was getting dark. I mean, when I first started recording it, it was still slightly light out. So I don't even know if we were legally supposed to be out there. I'm pretty sure that was government land we were driving.
Why didn't you get out of the car and walk over?
Dude, we're in the desert, Jimmy. It's 40 degrees out. It's in the desert. I mean, I don't know what kind of crazy animals are running around out there, and actually Neil was kind of whining. I could tell he kept telling me to turn around and go back, and we're never going to get there. And if he had been encouraging me, I would have probably kept going. But I think Neil actually got a little scared. When you listen to the video, he goes, "What if it's aliens?" I go, "I'm not saying it's aliens or what it is, but I'm going to find out." But I don't know. You're right. I should have probably kept going. But the road, I mean, it just seemed like the road would go forever, and I just kind of ran out of patience with the thing because we were not getting closer to it. It almost seemed like it was moving further away. But whatever. It's
what a crazy
I still say
video.
that orb that I saw in the Mojave Desert is in the daylight that I told you about, the 40-foot chrome orb out there. That still surpasses anything else. I mean, anything you see at night that's bright, that lights up is super cool. But when you see something in the daytime that has no, I mean, come on now, it's a chrome ball 120 yards away in the sky. That I still think about that almost every day, But Neil and I talked about this for 3 hours afterwards. It got to the point where I said, Neil, no more aliens, please. I just can't, no more. I need to just rest my brain. I don't want to talk about aliens anymore. And then he started spinning all his theories at me. And Neil, that guy's pretty interesting. He's got a lot of information. I'm not sure if I can bet it all, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's a good video, man. You got something there.
Now check this out. Also, I don't know if you know this. One more quick thing. Mojave, the town of Mojave. Did you know there's another town that the government owns? It's a base called Mars that's right inside the desert in Mojave.
Did you go there?
You can't go there, but I found a mountain that you can drive to, and you can take binoculars or night vision or whatever. So that's my next plan is I'm going to go to these spots where you're not allowed to, kind of like Area 51. Now you got it 12 miles away before you can see anything in Area 51. But at least these spots that I found, I don't know if there's anything happening there, but they're probably only 2 to 5 miles away. So I think if I have some good binoculars on a starry night, I might see some things out there.
Okay, I'm looking at Mars, California, right here, and that is a military base. Holy crap! Look at that. Look at
yeah,
the
dude.
look,
I'm telling
look
you,
at
they're
the-
all over the place out there in this, all in that desert in the Sierra Nevada. I mean, I did a lot of research. They even, I could go on and on. I'm pretty excited about it, but I'm gonna go get my 4-wheel drive truck and drive out. Some of these roads are government roads or dirt roads that I don't even know if there's people living out there or what the deal is. But I was kind of thinking right now, since the government's shut down, maybe I could pull it off. I could drive out there, and there's no one's gonna stop me. But I'm a little nervous about that. But I'm thinking about it.
That is one of the biggest radar dishes I have ever seen in my life. And if you look at it, you look at the size of this radar dish. Look at the buildings and the cars that are next to it. Look at the size of the parking spot. So that I'm looking at a van. There's a white van parked next to this radar dish. This thing has got to be 200 feet in diameter. That thing is ginormous. Holy crap. Look at the shadow.
They're all over in Mojave.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They're not that big.
But this thing is huge.
They're monitoring something out there. There's no doubt about it. There's got to be something going on that they don't want us to know about, which is kind of a given.
Right. I'm looking at the map here. And so there's the road, and the road is unnamed. Oh, isn't that interesting? And that goes, that's a straight shot back to, man, you got to drive forever to get there.
Yeah.
And the closest, I would say it's an airstrip called Apollo. Look at that. Mars.
Exactly.
Mars and Apollo.
All these, keep going.
And then there's the Mojave base, which absolutely has, wow, look at this. Mojave base. Look at that. Oh, that is just beautiful, man. That's that they manufacture aliens there. Look at how many radar. Yeah, look at that. Dude,
now, I think to the left, there's a mountain there called, I believe, I have to relook it. I think it's called Adams Mountain or something like that. And I found that there is a road that goes there that does not appear to be part of the government property. So I could actually take that dirt road up to Mount Adams, or not literally Mount Adams, but whatever that Adams Mountain is out there. And if I can park up there at nighttime or even the daytime, just hang out, and just kind of observe. I don't know. As long as I'm not breaking the law, I'm going to try it.
They got some freaky stuff out here next to this airstrip too. That's pretty interesting. So Mojave Base, and then right above Mojave Base is another radar installation, and I'm looking at it. Oh, look at that. Dude, they're all over the place.
I know, I'm telling you.
I just looked at
got lucky.
Hey guys, I'd like to interrupt again.
I looked at like 6, and every time I zoom in, I'm looking at, wow. And it's called Pioneer Out is the name of the street. And all of the buildings here are surrounded by high concrete. This is some kind of, look at the guard trucks. This is some kind of, you know what I bet this is? Looking at this, you know what it is? I'll bet money on it. Drone pilots. That's what I think
about that.
That's what I think is going on. That's what these buildings look like. They all have the thick concrete walls around them, and they're thin buildings on the inside. But look at the guard. Yeah, I think it's some kind of drone installation, and maybe that's what the radar dishes are for.
Hey guys.
Now look at the picture I just tweeted to you real quick. I want you to see this dirt, this grass, or this gravel ground stuff.
You tweeted it to me? Is it in messages?
Yeah, just now. No, it's just a picture. I want you to look at this picture because this is going to correlate into my story that I'm telling you right now.
Okay, well, make it quick because we've got literally...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
So you go look on Twitter.
I got it.
Show up right now.
Yeah, it's the orange. The orange-red with the flowers. Yeah.
Right. So this is out there, the pinnacles out there. And anyway, I have a theory, and there's a lot of this red rock in this little area. And then I drove out this one dirt road, and I'm thinking I'm just going to go into the mountain area, just keep driving. And then all of a sudden there's a gate out there that says no trespassing, NSA, da-da-da-da-da, you can't go here. And so anyway, what I'm going to tell you is I wouldn't, if you want to get into conspiracy theories, this red rock reminds me of what they told us Mars looked like. Now, what if that area in Mars has red rock like this out there? What if they're using that to do their filming? I'm just being totally like off the cuffs, but
Yeah.
it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, when you see stuff like this, it makes you stop and wonder. At least it does to me.
That is cool.
It is cool. Huh?
That is cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Mars, Apollo. Yeah, I'm tripping on this so much, and there is no everybody. All you got to do, go to Mars, California, and then look at all of the installations out there. I don't see one. There's Fort Irwin, right there. There's Fort Irwin, and so, but there are no freeways, and the only road going up to Mars comes out of the back gate of Fort Irwin. There isn't anything else. There's Mojave Base, but there's no roads, man. Wow.
And the town, okay, I'll tell you the town where the people have the information, because this is where they live, that work at this, go back to China Lake later when you do more research, but I actually followed some people that lived up there and then kind of leaked into some of their conversations. And there's some stories up there. So when I go up there, I'm going to hang out in Ridgecrest and get some stories, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to make a trip out of it. I'm going to turn it into like a 3, 4, 5 day trip. I'm going to go all through that whole area. And then I'll have, hopefully by next Thursday, I'll have some updated information for you. I mean, we'll see how it goes, as long as it doesn't start pouring rain.
Right. And there's the Goldstone radio antenna. So that's where that is. Echo antenna, DSS-12. Holy crap, man. And then look at this. Yeah, that is some military. That's some kind of ammo dump right next to it. Right next to Fort Irwin. That's crazy. All right, I got to get out of here. Thank you, guys.
Okay, brother.
Great video, Eric. Great video. I'm a little let down that you didn't get out of the car, gloves or not, no jacket, but you should have walked over there. You should have just headed over. So, but anyway,
a great party, by the way. Thanks a lot, and that's super awesome. It was fun to meet everybody and hang out. Everybody that was there, it was a lot of fun. Look forward to having another one soon, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alien
we will.
Snowfest. You're probably not going, but Alien Snowfest, I'll be there. If anybody wants to come up, it's a good time.
What is that?
The great Mike Barra will be there, by the way.
What is that?
Alien Snowfest. I think it's the 24th, 25th, 26th, something like that, January. You got George Norrie's going to be there, Mike Barra, Alex Mastretta. I mean, I don't know if they're all going to show up, but he's got a good list. I'm going to go check it out.
Is it in California?
Dude, that's where I met you, Big Bear.
Oh.
Alien Snowfest.
They're going to do that thing again?
They've got it scheduled. It's all ready to go, and they've got a good lineup, actually. The guy puts it together, and Chiefs, come on out, hang out. I'll get us an Airbnb. We'll have some shots.
I'm busy that weekend.
Okay.
I'm busy that weekend. What weekend is it? No, I'm busy. Whatever weekend it is.
I think it's the 24th, 25th, 26th, one of those days.
Oh, I'm at the NAMM show that weekend. I'm down in Anaheim. Yeah, man. There's 250,000 people at that show. So that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be down in Anaheim. But
okay.
Yeah, you guys.
All right, man, I'll let you go. Thanks for letting me barge into the show tonight. But the calls you've been getting are so awesome. I feel like I just don't have much to contribute anymore, but that video was pretty good. So I thought I had to share that with you.
Thank you so much, Eric, and Happy New Year.
You too, brother, and Rita too.
Thank you, Tanette.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, Tanette.
Bye-bye, Tanette.
You guys have a great weekend. Fade to Black's executive producer is Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Bob. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and syndication is KGRA, The Planet. It's broadcast owned and copyrighted 2018 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. I'll see everybody over at Coast to Coast on Saturday. My guest star from Secure Team, Tyler Glockner. That's right. And Chad Kalick. We're going to talk about his new film. It's going to be a great night on Coast. So I'll see you guys then. And then on Monday, here on Fade to Black, it's Isaac Arthur. That's right, on Fade to Black. Everybody have a great weekend. Go back, Lee Tappy.